Hello, and welcome to a new cigar review. Today I'm reviewing the Gurkha Vintage 2005. Now, as you can see, I'm already well past the first third, almost to the second. Flavor-wise, it is a very strong pepper, smoother tobacco. This does have a Cameroon binder to it, so a strong spice is to be expected. Minor sweetness. It's definitely a very mild, though. It's on the finish mainly. So far, very enjoyable cigar. I did start this off at the very first light, but I had some problems and kept on smoking until I finally figured it out, and this is where I'm at. But still a long way to go. This is a Churchill 7.5 by 52 ring gauge cigar. Connecticut broadleaf wrapper. Filler from the Dominican Republic, and as I said, a Cameroon binder. This cigar retails for around $20. Now, I didn't pay $20 for it, but for what it is, for 20 bucks, I wouldn't quite say it's worth it, but if you can grab a deal, it's certainly enjoyable. So I will come back to you at, say, about the halfway point, or whenever a true transition occurs. I shall speak to you shortly. Down to the halfway point. As you can see, the burn is not razor sharp, but doesn't really need any touch-ups either. Can't talk again. Strength-wise, in terms of the actual potency of the tobacco, nicotine, etc., 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 it's probably about almost a medium. Not quite there yet, but close. Strength-wise, for flavors, definitely a mild. It's not really pronounced in terms of the flavor department, but it's good. Smoke has a nice cream texture to it. It is a pretty good cigar, though. I'm actually quite surprised. I suppose I really shouldn't be for the $20 price tag, but when I actually saw this, I mean, despite having this huge band, which I never really got with Gurkha, they tend to do a lot with the bands and boxes. I mean, to me, it's just like, I don't know, kind of out there. I know a lot of people like it, and I have some of their more decorative boxes that I used to store things in, but I mean, like, for cigars, concentrate on your blend and your product over everything else. Because Gurkha is really a hit or a miss. I've had Gurkhas I absolutely love and will probably never stop smoking. I've had some that I've taken a few hits and wanted to put it out, but I forced myself thinking, it's a premium cigar, it'll get better. Never does. I wish every single Gurkha cigar had those good flavors to them, but some just unfortunately don't. But this one does. So far, this will gain a tobacco-inspired or infused smile from me. But we shall see. Now, as for transitions, there's a very minor sweetness on the finish this time, or excuse me, on the front of the palate, not the finish. It's a little bit stronger, more pronounced, a bit of a coffee, almost cedary note to it. Very earthy as well. Yeah. Well, that's still 3 transitions per this per this cigar. That's only halfway down. They've all been good transitions. Solid smoke, solid draw. I did use a punch cut for this cigar, which you can see, nice little even hole. So far I am very, very impressed. I will come back to you just past this first band point. Once more about, let's say about right here. And then once more at the nub. Hopefully with a smile, not a foul look on my face. So yes, as always, I shall speak to you shortly. Alright. Just past the first band point that says Vintage 2005 on it. Burn line is not razor sharp, but no need touch-ups either. It's gone very wonky a few times, almost just pretty much like that. And then it fixes itself, so kudos for construction on that regard. Flavors are starting to become a little washed out, sadly. It is getting somewhat hot, and I'm smoking the cigar very, very slow, and it's still doing so. So that should be noted. Smoke time, we're at a little bit under an hour, so pretty good smoke length for this. Let's see if I can't dissect some flavors. Yeah, a lot of people can blow it out of their nose and be just fine. Maybe in a few years I'll be able to do that, but as it stands, my face gets really red, my nose starts to get clogged, and my eyes start to water, and I look like I'm drunk. So yes. Let's see. There's still minor sweetness there. Coffee is still there. The cedary notes are still there. Small bit of a cream on the finish. But again, still very washed out compared to what it was, so I'm going to start purging this every few draws and hope to rebuild or rekindle those very enjoyable flavors. I will come back to you about midway through the second band, and until then, I shall speak to you shortly. Just past the second band point of the Gurkha Vintage 2005. Even with purging and smoking carefully, somehow it still hasn't really gotten better. It also recently just went out, so I had to relight it. So both of those issues should be noted. Flavors are exactly the same, still very washed out, but the little, I guess, hints that are still there, the small little nuances, are still quite enjoyable, so it should be noted and it should be enjoyed. I shall come back to you at, I'll just say the nub, with my final verdict, my farewells, and my sincere thank you to 2 subscribers. I shall speak to you shortly. Down to virtually the nub. Well, the nub for most people. I normally smoke them further down than this, but I'm going to be calling it quits for this one. Good cigar. I don't really have very many complaints for it. But after maybe that first band point, it just gets worse and worse and worse. Now, that's still about roughly an hour and 15 minutes smoked before that point, and that's all very enjoyable, very pleasant cigar, very good flavors, good transitions. But after that point, it's just, I don't recommend smoking it. Now for $20, when you cannot nub it or really smoke past that first band point, I can't really recommend it. I will say, up until that point, it gets a tobacco-inspired or infused smile from me. Jeez. However, after that point, I can't say as much. So as a whole, it's a good cigar. Is it worth $20? No. If you can find a deal on a 5-pack or even a single, I highly recommend you pick one up. Because it is a very good cigar. It's just, it has its problems. So, that was the Gurkha Vintage 2005. As always, if you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to be kind and hit subscribe, I will be happy to give you a shout out on the next video, like I'm going to right now. First off, thank you so much to Swisher Sweets Cigars. I received a request, or excuse me, a subscription from them. So they have subscribed to my channel, which I do sincerely appreciate. I do not smoke Swisher Sweet cigars. However, I appreciate it. I watched through their videos. If you enjoy Swisher Sweets, it's a good channel. Check it out. You'll enjoy it. Other than that, thank you so much to Stickman Junkie number 2. I sincerely appreciate all of your patronage, all of your kind messages and comments. I have this man linked on my page under under my fellow aficionados, because he is a aficionado. Now, he does not review cigars from what I've seen, but his videos, I do enjoy them, and he does have plenty of good things to say, and he's just in general a damn good guy. So I highly recommend you check him out, hit subscribe. This man deserves all the subscribers he can possibly get. Thank you so much for your time. As always, have a great day, morning, noon, or night. Whatever you are doing, I sincerely hope you have a fantastic time in doing it. This has been Indie Cigar Review, and have a fantastic night.